What is up, all you super rad rockin' resellers? It's your boy Flippin' Stoop. Go right. I'm gonna go over the importance of congratulating yourself, man. First of all, and what do I mean by that? Is I think a lot of resellers, myself included, don't give yourself enough credit for the journey you're about to endure, right? Or the journey you've already been through, right? Depending, I can't. I've been in this going on. I'm going to be going in my fifth year or fourth year now. It'll be 5 years at the end of this September coming up. But it takes a lot of courage, and this is why I exemplify the importance of the opportunity, because the courage sets in when you are realizing you are a one person on a huge platform, right? Am I going to actually get sales? Am I actually going to make anything happen for myself? Is this actually going to go somewhere, right? This is where the 90-day plan, I believe, works very well. But it does. You should pat yourself on the back for taking the courage. Like if you're watching one of the videos on YouTube or Facebook, take the courage for even thinking that something else is possible for you other than what you've been doing throughout your life thus far. And know deep down inside your soul that you can be one of the greats or the greatest if you're willing to go through the process, right? It's all a process. I don't care if you're going to sell those exact same things as I saw. I could give you some pointers, but I can't lay out your journey. Why? Because everybody's different, and what you're going to struggle with, maybe I didn't, and what you don't struggle with, maybe I did, right? So nobody on YouTube, nobody in Facebook, nobody in life can lay out a perfect formula for you, because everybody deals with things in a different manner, right? Some people have better patience than others. Maybe they practice patience better. Some people can deal with customers better than others. Some people have a natural knack of knowing what is valuable, and some people have to work towards that, right? I had no clue what would sell when it came to reselling women's clothes. The only thing I knew is what my sister and my mother wore, right? And the women that was in my circle growing up, what they wore. And I'm here to tell you right now, if you think your style, right, if you're going to get into the clothing, if you think your style is all that sells, you're madly mistaken, because there is a lot of women's clothes that I sell that I've never seen anybody even wear, right? I never seen anybody in my immediate circle wear, but they still sell, right? So I want you guys to take a moment out tonight. You don't got to write it down, but at least 30 minutes of silence and congratulate yourself for actually believing that you are capable of more than just a 9 to 5, because everybody is. Guys, we are going into a world with all the technology that a 9 to 5 is going to be dead, man. Before you know, Google's designing it now. Actually, we're designing this right now. AI is being created by every one of your Google searches. Every Google search you do, Google is creating artificial intelligence, which is going to lead into robots, okay? I don't know what they're going to look like. They might look like me and you. They might look like some massive, crazy look. Nobody knows what they're going to look like until they release them, right? But that is happening as we speak. So I believe the 9 to 5, for you to be able to go out and work somewhere, is actually diminishing by the year. When I was growing up, there was no self-checkout lines in any grocery store. When I went to Meijer's, there was a cashier at every fucking register. You go to a Meijer now, I don't know if you guys have Meijer's where you're at. I don't even know if they're nationwide. I know Walmart's are. But you go to your Walmart now, you might see 3 or 4 lanes open. The rest is self-checkout, and people are going to that, right? I go to the self-checkout way more than I go to the somebody's going to ring me up line, right? So we don't know where that's going to lead. And eventually they're like I said, right now they're creating it as we speak. We don't know how fast, but probably faster than we could ever imagine, because people Google so much a day. It's ridiculous, right? We are actually building this AI. So you know where it's at. And to take the courage to just think about a side hustle takes balls, okay? Or whatever you want to call it if you're a female, right? It takes balls if you are a female too, right? It takes courage. It takes courage to start with one singular item and build a 10,000 inventory business. 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, 100. Right? That takes courage, because you don't know what the end result is. Anything you are starting and you don't know what the end result is takes courage, and you should I'm not saying you should walk around and toot your horn all day. Don't do that shit. You look stupid, and nobody wants to be around anybody like that, right? But in private, once in a while, reflect on what you've built thus far. I, number one, am bad at that, right? I want to be to 10,000 items in my inventory so bad. I forget that I actually put in 5,300, 5,300 items of inventory day after day after day to build it and scale it that big. One single person, right? That takes time. That took me time to do that. And you should be proud of yourself for doing something like that. It doesn't have to be that many items. It could be 10 times that many items. Be proud of yourself and where you're going. And I think it's very important for each and every single one of us to reflect on what we've done thus far, right? Maybe you're at an obstacle on eBay and you don't think you're going to be able to get through it, right? But every obstacle you've encountered up until this point, you made it. Your survival rate on eBay thus far has been 100%, unless you completely failed or whatever, but it's been 100%. So whatever you're going through or whatever you're about to go through, the only way it can hinder you or make you stop or quit is if you allow it to, right? The little things we don't want to go through is actually what makes us the freaking listing monster that we actually are, right? I didn't want to figure out an inventory system. I didn't want to do that shit. It sounds boring. It's dumb, right? To me, inventory system just sounds stupid. Right? Fucking inventory. I'm just going to throw shit everywhere. And guess what? When I did that, I got big, bad results. Big Flipper, what's up, my brother? Thanks, Dad. I love that. So all these obstacles that are going to come our way, we don't want to deal with them, but that is what's going to form you into what your goal is, depending on what your goal is. Now, if you want to be a part-time reseller and just do a little bit of side income, well, you're still going to have obstacles. Something is still going to come in your way. A wall is going to go up, and you're going to have to get through it. You're going to have a shitty customer. They're going to tell you that your listing was a lie and that you're a worthless reseller and you should not be able to sell any items. All this bullshit they're going to tell you, right? They're going to over-exemplify something, and you're going to get emotional, and it's going to hurt your feelings, and you might react out in a stupid way. I did that on my first store, and I'll tell you what, it is very damaging to your eBay business. Don't do that, right? Think it through. Let them say, look, this person don't even know you. They don't know where you're from. They don't know you, period. They don't know anything about you, and they're belittling you. Think about where they're be the bigger person. Okay, if you want to make it in reselling, be the bigger person. We heard that, yeah, the cha-ching's actually been going off quite a bit, guys. Sales for me is actually picking up, but also has been my consistency. Okay, and I know it's a boring topic in this group, and I talk about it a lot, but the truth is you can't deny that consistency makes you win on eBay. It's just the truth, man. And anyway, when I was complaining about eBay and slow sales, I should have been looking at myself saying, hey, motherfucker, you're supposed to be listing 30, 35 items a day. You only listed 20 yesterday. You only listed 18 the week before, right? Like, it was my fault. It was my fault. Things came up. So the biggest thing in this video, I want you guys to be proud of yourself, guys and girls. Look, listen, this opportunity is out there for everybody. Everybody in your surrounding area that you go to work with, and they're bitching about their pay. This opportunity is available for them too, but you decided to do something with it. Man, you better fucking pat your own back. Now, like I said, don't walk around arrogant like you're fucking the shit or something. Dude, you don't even know where it's going to go, so don't do that, right? But be grateful. First of all, be grateful for the opportunity that presents itself. This opportunity was not available for my parents when they were growing up. You had no choice but to go to a 9-to-5 or start a brick and mortar. And most people in the beginning, when they were back in my parents' age, did not have the capital or the credit. If credit was even a thing when my parents, were 19, I don't know, right? But they didn't even have any of the opportunities that we have today. So I say, strap on the saddle, get used to the freaking bumps, and go for it, man. Get used to the bumps. Get used to the fucking slaps upside the head. The days you get shitty sales. But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, those sales will pick up. And those sales will get consistent. eBay's shown that through thousands and thousands of resellers. Probably millions of resellers. They have shown that this is what works. Apply it to your day, and you will win. It's your boy Flippin' Soup, guys. I got to finish up, get to work. Thank you all so much for watching, getting involved. I love it all, man. You guys have a rockin' night.